fear that you have about leaving school? You see, we've trained the students so well, they have no fears. Isn't that great? Next question. What's everyone's fear about leaving school?
I think probably just not having a plan. It's just not sure what I'm going to do. So, while you're young, try to make a plan.
Also the fact that when we're going into leaving school, we don't really have, we have a support system, but coming to school every day, you have your teachers and people that actually care about you, you have your friends, and when you're going out, you're just sort of I'm not going to see these people anymore, they're not going to be there for me, but yeah.
Alright. Probably just going into the big wide world and getting a job. It's not the same as school. You just, at school you can not listen to the teachers. When you have a job, you kind of have to listen because you have to do the job, so it's going to be a bit difficult.
I guess what Karen said, not having a plan, and as well as having to make your own decisions and not knowing what to make at times, I guess.
Just before you pass the microphone on, hold the microphone like you just did. And your other hand like this. I got a plan for your life. To be a famous rapper, I'll be a manager.
Hello. So, you'll pretty much be the same as Anthony, just going out into the world, I guess it can be scary, sometimes when you go in there, it's oh my goodness, I don't have a plan, oh my goodness, what am I going to do in my life, oh no, that type of thing. I guess it's just being scared, I don't know, of something that's not normal to you, or something that's not, something that you're not used to.
I'd say probably, because we're such a, we've only had 17 of us in our year group, probably going from such a small year group and quite a small school going into, for me I want to go to uni, so I've heard lots of stories of how big it is and you see how big it is, so it's probably my biggest fear, I don't know, going out into this massive group where you don't really know everyone and it's not so tight-knit, so yeah, I think that's, yeah.
I think when you get to uni, you're going to find a lot of people there who are not organised, and some of the stuff that we've actually taught you is actually going to get you through. Bethany, I'm going to start with you at this end, and then we'll move back. What has been the biggest highlight of your time at Austin Cove Baptist College?
I'd have to say our modern history lessons. I love, just everything really. I love modern history lessons. I don't particularly love history, but spending time with everyone, getting to know them has probably been the highlight. It's been really great. And Year 11 camp really helped with that as well, just being able to bond with everyone. So.
I like to say math lessons at Hatton. Not Hatton. No, Levison. Mr. Levison. Now, just trying to talk with him, trying to coerce him into having class parties, and he's saying no, over and over again. I'm just come on, let's have a class party, let's have chocolate, let's get all these things. It's no, work.
I guess for me it's the friends I've made and the relationships I've made at the school. And I enjoyed the health classes with Mr. Ravenscroft and all the funny dad jokes. Yeah, those are pretty good. Yeah, that's mine.
Mr. Hatton, I saw you staring over here before. It was your life lessons that we did in our chemistry. Yeah, for 2 hours we could just be sitting there and didn't get any work done. We were just talking about what life is going to be like after school. That's probably the best.
Mine would be Year 11 camp, because before then I don't think I really had a close relationship with the majority of people in our year, and that just sort of brought us all together, so it's pretty good.
I guess I probably shouldn't say today, but yeah, probably year 11 camp was probably my highlight as well of my last 2 years.
All right, that's great. Some of these questions are repeated, so I'll just ask one more question, and that is, was all the hard work that you put in, either through 8-hour subjects or general subjects, worth it?
Definitely. I think everyone has times where they don't put in as much effort as they should do, and I've definitely been there. But yeah, it's definitely all been worth it. It's especially hard right at the moment when you have to study and there's all these other exciting things going on. But all I can say is that, you know, like Mr. Santos says, short-term pain for long-term gain, and that's definitely, yeah, that's been really good. So yeah, it's definitely worth it. Recommended. I mean, it's hard, but.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it because I guess you get to like build a work ethic and build, you know, just how to do things in an efficient way. As you study, as you just learn how to do things, it's really helpful, not just in schoolwork, but just life in general.
Yeah, I think it has been tough for sure, no doubt. Sometimes you just feel like giving up, but you just got to keep going, and the reward at the end is just, yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, the hard work has helped. It honestly doesn't feel like it's paid off yet, because I haven't done the exams, but when you get your exam results back and stuff, you're pretty pleased, so hopefully it'll pan out in a couple of weeks.
How much money are you going to make in your life?
A lot.
With all the hard work
Yeah, it was.
I don't really have a straightforward answer, but I did ATO in year 11 and it was very hard work. I mean, I'm sure anyone can do it if they have the mindset for it, but personally I didn't, and so I dropped out and I did general for year 12. But we did a course that gets us into uni anyway, which was pretty hard work. I don't know if I'll use it yet, so I'm not sure if it's paid off yet, but I'd just like to say to you is there's always multiple ways to get what you want in life, so yeah, don't always just settle for the straightforward way. Yeah, you can settle for the straightforward way, but don't believe that's the only way, because there's always different ways to do everything you want.
Thanks, Karen. That was brilliant. Let's give them a hand. That was brilliant. And what Karen said was absolutely spot on, because we talk about persistence, but there are two different types of persistence. One persistence is you see a mountain, you've got to get to the other end, you drill yourself through it. The other way is what Karen was saying. It's called creative persistence. You find another way around the mountain. Either way, you've got to get there, and you will. So that was absolutely brilliant. Okay, you guys just stay there for half a moment. Just before the year 12s go, I just want to just add one more thing. In a moment, we'll be forming a guard of honor straight down Victory Way, and the year 12s will be walking through that guard of honor. This will be the time which will signify that our year 12s are leaving the school. It's a sad time in one way, but it's also a very exciting time for the year 12s in another way. And this is the thing I want to say to each one of us. Change is part of life. When you feel like you're going through something and it's the end, it's never the end. It's always the beginning of something new. A lot of people look back and they look back with regret. That's really sad. You can look back and miss someone, but when you look back and regret, it's really sad. So it's important that you take your opportunities when you can, because when you're moving from one chapter into the next, there needs to be no regret. But when you're moving into this next chapter, it'll be sad for you today, it'll be sad for us today. But I'm excited for your future because it's always a new beginning. Like in the story of Neverland and also in the graduation cake, that was a book. That book is there for you. You open it. If you open the book from Neverland, you'll see a whole bunch of blank pages in there. Those blank pages are for you to write in. You write your story. And when you flip back the pages, make sure there's no regrets. Make sure no one else writes in the story that you have got yet to write. You write in it. And you've proven already as Year 12 students that you do that. The graduation cake was a little bit different. If you open the pages of the graduation cake, you get mud cake. Yeah. So that was great to eat. But remember, the pages of your book have only been partly written. There's still so much more to go. And if you focus on your future, then there's hope, and that's exactly what God has offered to you. Year 12 students, some of you may have given your hearts to the Lord when you were at school. If you have, absolutely fantastic. Everyone else has heard the gospel, and if you haven't given your hearts to the Lord, I hope that at some point in the future you do partner with God, because He created you to partner with Him. He sent Jesus to die on the cross so that we wouldn't have to pay the penalty for our own wrongdoings. Jesus paid the penalty for us. But what He has asked us to do is make a choice, either to accept Him or to reject Him. Either way, the choice is ours. Okay, He gives us a free will. And so if you haven't already made a decision for Jesus, I hope that you will do that either today or very soon, and walk the rest of the pages of your book with Him, because He has a future and He has a plan for your life. I want to congratulate again all the Year 12 students, and I want to ask all our students to just stand up where you are, apart from the Year 12s, and I want you to give them a big round of applause. Thank you.
All the good times